right, good afternoon. Oh, energy after lunch. Yeah, good afternoon. All right, well, we're ready to get our session started. Um, Good afternoon, students. We're going to give you the opportunity to present to our panelists, but before you do, we'd like for the panelists to be able to introduce themselves so you know who you're speaking to. First of all, I'm Bill Fisher. I'm with the Kentucky River Festival, and that's my partner over there in crime in orange, Suzanne Wright. And what we'd like to do is pass the microphone and give you an opportunity to give your name and the organization you're representing, and then we will turn it over to the students. In the meantime, you have a yellow card in front of you on the desk, on the table. If there is a commitment that you'd like to make, we ask that you fill it out on the card, and you could give it back to myself or Suzanne, or we have Catherine over there by the door. She'll be taking notes for us. All right, with that, we'll start with introductions.
All right, good afternoon, and looking forward to hearing from you guys. I'm Dior Cotton. I'm here with Humana today. I'm our population health strategy leader.
Hi, I'm Katie Delahanty. I'm the executive director of the Portland Museum, and I also went to Brown School, so I'm really happy to be here.
Hi, I'm Desmond Stepp. I'm the outreach director at Louisville Visual Art.
I'm Andre Guest with the Fund for the Arts. I should have gone to the Brown School, but I turned it down when I was in elementary school. But my son, before we moved to New York, was in kindergarten and first grade there. So.
How we doing? I'm George Davis IV. I'm here representing Soccer Holdings, which is the soccer teams in town, Louisville City Football Club and Racing Louisville.
Hi, you guys. I'm Khadijah Hayes. I am with KDF, and I am one of the co-chairs of the event today.
Thank you so much, panelists, for being here. We appreciate your time today. I know you all are very busy. Before we get started, I will tell you this. I'm a little bit competitive, so I don't know if you've heard some of the noise over there. So they're kind of like hearing and said, oh, they're weak over there. They're not doing anything. So we have to kind of show them up, right? So what we're going to do on the count of 3, before I introduce this wonderful group, we're just going to make as much noise as we possibly can. And then throughout the presentation, you know, I might urge you to do another one. So for starters, we're going to warm up a little bit, okay, on the count of 3. Remember, we got to just make as much noise. You can do a bang, bang, bang on the table. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, now I'm going to cue you up throughout this presentation. So we are ready in a few minutes to hear from these wonderful, amazing students at the Brown School. They've been working extremely hard, and we are so delighted to hear from them today. So without further ado, I'm going to pitch it over to you. Go ahead.
Hello. We are the mural painting class from the J. Graham Brown School, and together we have collaborated to design a series of murals based on issues that we care about. And our challenge in this was to share our ideas in a meaningful and positive way that will inspire change and a sense of belonging in the community. And we are excited to share what we have accomplished this year.
So currently, we're working on a whole bunch of different murals around our school, but we're also looking forward to create several traveling murals, which is basically just painting murals on some big masonite boards and then bringing them around town to show off our work.
All right, so one of our murals is a depiction of James Baldwin, a prolific poet, novelist, and activist. His works were pivotal parts of civil rights movements for Black Americans and the LGBTQ+ community. He's earned various honors, such as the George Polk Memorial and Eugene F. Saxton Memorial Awards.
I wanted to create a design for the LGBTQ youth and high school students that walk through our school every day. It showcases James Baldwin as the center of the mural, and with colors of pride flags all around him. The different colors in his skin tones reflect the quote, "Go the way your blood beats," from a famous book of his, which will be written on the mural when it is finished. I used inspiration from artist Keith Haring by drawing a few of his famous characters on the flags, and I hope that the bright colors and the beauty of the skin help reflect a positive and safe space for our Brown School students, and especially our LGBTQ youth.
And the importance of this mural is, since there are a lot of LGBT representation at our school and in the community, I have a lot of friends and family in the LGBT community, And this mural will help to spread the message that they belong in our school and the community, and that our school is a safe place for everyone. And I think this is our first LGBT mural in our school, so that is exciting. And this is just a step in showcasing the representation that we already know exists here, and to normalize it as a topic of conversation.
So me and my partner really wanted to create a set of murals that everyone K through 12 could enjoy, and we really care about highlighting women's voices. So we thought the best way to do that was to create 6 and now 7 portraits of influential women that had a big impact on subjects we learn in school. The subjects incorporated are art, science, math, music, literature, social justice, and history. Each portrait will be painted in a frame from the time period that the woman influenced the world and the future of education. Along with the portraits, we want to include a mirror in the middle to represent self-love and the notion that you can make a difference. And our in progress, this is in progress Frida Kahlo. This is in progress Xingshan Wu, Fiona Apple, and Katherine Johnson. And these are all of the descriptions of what these women have done for the future of education.
So for my mural, I really wanted to stress the idea of the importance of gratitude. And since this is a K through 12 school, this is really just a universal message. I wanted to show that you should be grateful for all the little things in your life and be content in who you are, while still being able to explore your ambitions and curiosities. Now, obviously that's a lot to put into a mural, but I'm hoping that the visual that I presented helps translate this message. So I used a lot of yellows because yellow is said to be the color of joy, intellect, and happiness. And then obviously the woman in the picture is smiling, showing joy and gratitude for the warmth of the sun. And it's in progress, but we're working on finding a spot in our school for it.
My mural depicts of a hand reaching out for a star, representing the classic line, "Reach out for the stars." Now, most depictions of this sort of success and hope is people like me, some random white guy. And that's why I wanted the hand on here to be a person of color, because I want kids to be able to walk by, see this, and see themselves as a version of success, see themselves as somebody that can go out and reach their goal. And that's what I hope this will tell the kids or anybody that walks over to it.
My partner and I's mural is focused on protecting animals and the environment. As environmentalists, we believe that animals are very important, so their welfare must not be overlooked. This mural is a depiction of Mother Nature picking up animals and saving them from an urbanized world.
As of now, we have spent around a month working on painting this mural in the cafeteria of our school. It has gone through many alterations through the process of painting. We have added a waterfall to connect Mother Nature to our Earth, and we have added a sunset in the background to make it more appealing and look nicer instead of just a blue sky and a blue face. We have added very strong contrast between the purple and the blue, so because the cafeteria is a very large space, everyone can tell what is going on from the farthest place at the end of the cafeteria to right next to it. Being in the cafeteria, we are surrounded by our peers from the youngest to the oldest kids, and we have done our best to involve the whole school in the process of painting this, from asking their feedback daily so they feel as if they are a part of this mural too, because this mural is a part of our school.
Unfortunately, the person who made this mural can't be here today, but we learn in an educational environment. So students are constantly trying to figure out and preparing to enter the workforce. So obviously that's pretty overwhelming, but we just wanted to show our support for this journey by depicting a variety of different jobs. So describing anything from a scientist to an artist. And this just will really help students feel like the struggle of finding a job is understood and show the diversity in the workforce.
Throughout the process of making this mural with my partner, we wanted to show diversity not only through the workforce and jobs, but through other things like race, gender, ethnicity, as well, since that really helps reflect some of the students that go to our school. We ended up adapting our original design to a pillar, which led us to creating another person who you can't see on here, but is on the different mural. Currently, it's on display in the library for most of our students to see, and our hope for it is that when they walk by and see it, hopefully they can see something that they can strive to achieve too as well. Sorry, that's me again. I chose growing up as my topic because change is a huge part of life, and you see a lot of it happening at school too. It's always been a big fear of mine, and I almost feel like that's somebody else's too. I wanted to show growth more as less of losing who you are and more like gaining a new part of what makes you, you. The wish flower and the doves show that the process of change, while it may be ugly at first, can always lead to a better outcome and will always be good for you in the end. My hope is that this mural will help any kid at school to keep going and know that no matter what happens throughout the process, that it will always get better.
Painting murals and beautifying our school is going to be a very long process that we would like to continue to do for the next few years. And on top of that, we are hoping to create traveling murals that can go around inspiring people who are not just in our school, but outside of our school in the community. Over this past year, we have come into a lot of roadblocks, from remodeling our school, losing ceilings, to leaking water from the pipes onto our art. From NTI days and anything of the sorts. But no matter how many roadblocks we have come into, we continue to stay excited to continue to work on these murals every day. And so I'm asking, and our group is asking, for a large collection of different art supplies to allow for the creation of these art pieces, which I have a list right here that I'm not going to go through, but I will give to you guys. A cordless projector so that we can draw murals on paper and project them into places that don't necessarily have outlets, because we have been using extension cords, and being in a school filled with young children, there's a risk of them tripping on them, and we want to keep the environment safe. We want to try and do a field trip with the younger classes, where we would go around the city seeing different murals painted by different artists, which would have transportation and lunch provided for. We would like to, in our classroom, have different mural artists come and visit us so we can learn from experts in the field. And one of our last asks would be teaming up with the Humane Society to create a traveling mural about environmentalism and and animal rights.